We are going to the North Pole?
Yes, to the North Pole, to the South Pole, all around the world.
Yoo-hoo! Let's go!
First station, the boreal forest or taiga. You're gonna see plenty of trees covered in snow.
Ooh, just like Frozen. Do you wanna build a snowman?
No thanks, I would rather not be cold.
Where's the snow?
Are we in the right place?
Yeah, I think that this is climate change.
Oh, greenhouse gases and all that.
Yeah. Humans are emitting lots of carbon dioxide and methane, which are greenhouse gases. This traps re-emitted infrared radiation by the Earth, leading to the enhanced greenhouse effect. As a result, the Earth is getting warmer.
Isn't that a good thing? I love being warm.
All the living things wouldn't agree. Look at that bird. They're struggling to find food.
What does that have to do with climate?
Organisms are not like us. They don't have clocks or calendars. So the way they know which season it is through environmental factors. However, different organisms use different things to calibrate their calendar.
What? So one could be living on July 7th and one could be living on September 15th?
That's kind of the idea. This means that organisms are looking for food before the food is ready. An example is the bird Paris major. They eat caterpillars. Paris major birds' calendars are calibrated based on the length of the day. This one is not affected by climate change. However, the caterpillar's calendars are calibrated based on temperature. This means that by the time the birds are reproducing, the number of caterpillars has already declined.
So there is no food for the baby chicks.
Yeah. The study of how organisms calibrate their calendars is called phenology. A similar situation happens when caribou and the Arctic mouse-ear plant. Also, when the Earth gets warmer, snow melts, so more light from the sun is absorbed into the ground, so more snow melts, and so on. The same thing happens with ice on water. This results in a positive feedback cycle. The same positive feedback occurs with permafrost and methane, with warmer oceans and dissolved CO2, with fires and carbon release, and many more.
Does it get better at some point?
In some instances. However, for the boreal forests, it may be hard. It's reaching a threshold for temperature where it is making it hard for the forests to exit the cycle. A tipping point.
That's so sad.
Look, there are tree species that shouldn't be here. They are temperate species from warmer climates. The warmer climate has made them expand to the poles.
The North and South Poles are cold enough though, right? Can we go see the North Pole and South Pole?
Let's give it a go.
As I was saying, the North Pole can't possibly be warm. There's still ice everywhere.
I don't think there is enough, though. Looks like that walrus is struggling to find ice.
Okay, how about the South Pole then? Aw, penguins! Waddle, waddle, waddle.
No! The warmer temperatures are making the ice more unstable.
H2O, are you okay?
Let's go somewhere else. How do we control this?
Trust me, I can handle this.
Fine, I'll trust you. Where did you take us, Plasma? Is this the ocean?
Maybe. I just pressed the first button.
Never trusting you again.
I mean, at least we don't have to see ice melting, right? Because water is just ice already melted.
Wasn't it that coral reefs were affected by climate change? Coral bleaching is a thing, right?
Yeah. Corals are made up of a skeleton and organisms called zooxanthellae. When temperatures are too warm, the zooxanthellae are expelled. so the color disappears.
So we are seeing the skeleton of an organism.
Not only that, global warming is changing the currents in the ocean.
That sounds scary.
The ocean is stratified, meaning it has layers. Warm water is at the top because it is less dense. Cold water is at the bottom. Normally the layers mix, allowing for nutrients to spread throughout the ocean. However, as the ocean is getting warmer, the differences between the layers are increasing, so it is harder for them to mix. This means that heat, oxygen and nutrients are not making it into the deeper ocean.
Imagine your oxygen and food being taken away.
Don't say that. We're trapped in the ocean.
Oh, there's a leak.
There is a leak? What are we gonna do?
Don't worry, I can get us out.
A warm forest. That can't be changed by climate change, right? It's already warm.
Look at that brown owl.
What's wrong with the brown owl?
There used to be more grey owls. However, as there was less snow, the grey owls were less able to blend in, so the numbers have been decreasing.
Oh, just like the example of pollution and moths.
Yeah,
Okay, but like, owls changing color is not as serious as baby penguins dying, right?
that's not the only effect. Look at the tree.
Ew, so many beetles.
These are spruce bark beetles. They attack weak trees. With climate change, there are more droughts, so there are more weaker trees beetles can attack.
Oh,
Not only that, warmer temperatures are making these beetles complete their life cycle faster, so they reproduce quicker and there are more of them attacking the trees.
That sounds like disaster.
It is.
Is there a way to fix all of this?
Yes, there are ways to absorb the carbon dioxide in the air.
growing trees.
Yeah, afforestation and reforestation are two good strategies.
What's the difference between the two?
Afforestation is planting trees where they previously did not exist. Reforestation is planting them where there were trees previously. There is also another technique, restoration of peatlands.
Peatlands.
They are places where peat, partially decayed organic matter, is formed. They can absorb a lot of carbon dioxide, but peat is often used for fuel. Restoring peatlands can help it continue to absorb carbon dioxide. IB biology students, here are 3 tips on how to study for this topic and the exams in general. 1. Remember the examples, like the Paris major bird, and how they relate to the topic. The new syllabus likes asking about them. 2. Read the syllabus. You probably know about climate change in general, but the IB wants you to know very specific things, like examples of positive feedback. 3. Do past paper questions. You might find this topic easier than other more technical topics, but the exam questions still have very specific mark schemes. Practice them.